Hey guys, it's Steph and welcome back to my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be testing out the one, the only Kylie Cosmetics. And I feel like I'm literally the last makeup person on YouTube to jump on the Kylie bandwagon because I've never tried anything from her, which, I mean, it isn't a big deal, but I mean, considering I try new products out pretty much every single day, I think it's pretty impressive that I've managed to avoid anything Kylie. But a little while ago now, I did place an order and I've had these products sitting in my drawer for the longest time and I just fancied trying it out today. So what I have in front of me is one of her concealers. I have a loose highlighter. I've got an eyeshadow palette. I've got the Coco Collection face palette thing. And then, of course, I have a lip kit. So what I'm going to do now, obviously, because Kylie doesn't have any foundations or brow products or anything like that, I'm going to go off camera, chuck on some foundation, fill in my brows, and we'll try this shit out. All right, here we freaking go. My brows look insane right now. So the first thing I'm going to try is her concealer. I'm actually really excited to try this. I've heard a lot of good things. So this is called the Kylie Jenner Skin Concealer, and I've got mine in the shade Maple. Looks okay. Maybe could have gone for a lighter color, but yeah, we'll make it work. So I'm just going to apply that under my eyes. It's got a nice little flat doe foot, which I like. I like a flat little doe foot. I'm just going to blend that out with my brush. Ooh, that has good coverage. And I made a point of like not really putting any foundation under my eyes because I wanted to test this out properly. But okay, that's good. Right, I'm going to try it with my finger on this side because you guys know sometimes I do apply my concealer with my finger. I'll just see how that works. Whoa, even more coverage with the finger. I'm going to go over my lid because I do have plenty of concealer there. Yeah, that gives even more coverage when you apply it with your fingers. And it doesn't really look like much on my skin either. Like, you can obviously tell, like, it's concealer, but it does feel quite light. It's a very kind of thin consistency. I'm just going to do a little bit more around here, just where I would normally conceal. Got a couple of little bad boys up here. You can piss right off. I'm also just going to go around my brow because I did go a little bit haywire with that brow there. My neighbours just started doing like the loudest gardening. They're like, something like smacking a tree on the floor or something. I don't know what they're doing, but they're making some noise. Fingers crossed you guys cannot hear it because I can't do much about it, you know. I'm going to buff that out around my brow. I like that a lot. Like a lot. That looks good. Okay, I'm actually really impressed by that. And I know a lot of people say that it's similar to the ColourPop one. And it is quite similar. I find that this is a bit more full coverage though. But yeah, I actually love that. Like, really love that. So then I'm just going to powder everything down using my Laura Mercier powder. There's a cat hair on my face. I can feel it. Who are you from? Oh, it's a black one. That one's from Pepe. Okay, there's a tiny bit of creasing under my eye. But that's a very normal thing for me. Nice. So far, so good. And just set the rest of my face quickly. BRB. I was expecting her concealer to be quite matte. I don't know why. But I was really expecting it to be quite heavy. This looks so good though. Like, I know it's early days still, but I have a feeling that might be a new favourite of mine. Oh, do you guys hear that crack? Oh. So next I'll move on to this guy, which is the Coco Collection. So this is like a face palette. And you have a blush, 2 highlighters, and a bronzer, which looks pretty nice. So let's give these a swatch. Okay, the lighter one felt a lot better than the more bronzy one. That looks nice. And that's a bit more kind of glittery, but that also looks nice. Feel like I like the formula of that one more, but I like the colour of that one more. That's kind of more my jam. I do have a friend, and I'm just wiping this on my leggings right now. I do have friends, guys, I promise. But I do have a friend that also had this, and she said to me that she wasn't a fan. So that's the only kind of review I've got to go by with this, but we'll give it a go. So I'm going to start off by taking my powder finish brush from Zoeva and taking this, is it a contouring powder or is it a bronzer powder? Looks like it could be a little bit of both. So I'm going to start by contouring and then we'll see if we can kind of bring it up my face a bit more. See what this can do. Nice. Very pigmented. There's a little bit of kickback in the pan, like when I put my brush in there. You guys might not be able to see that, but there's a little bit of kickback. But that's never really an issue for me. That actually looks quite a bit like the Too Faced chocolate bronzer. Actually, I have that here somewhere. Ah, yeah, very similar. Sorry, blind you there. Very similar. That is definitely my kind of bronzer, and it's applying nicely. It's pigmented, but not too pigmented. Ooh, yeah, that's my kind of color. And the product itself is really nice as well. Like, pigmented, but not too pigmented. I'm not like, oh my God, what have I done? It's really nice. It is very, very similar to the chocolate bronzer, which you guys know is my favorite. And I do still prefer the chocolate bronzer purely for the fact that it smells like chocolate, because I'm that bitch. But the product itself is like, it's pretty much identical to the chocolate bronzer, in all honesty, so I love it. So next, I'm going to try out this blusher. Massive pan. I don't want this to be too intense, but I do still want to be able to see it. Using the same brush as I used for my bronzer. Okay, that's actually a lot more subtle than I thought it was going to be. I thought this was going to be like super, super like bright pink. Because I was looking at this blush like, okay, these tones, these 3 tones here look great, but what the hell is that blusher? Whoa, I put way too much on that side. Yeah, that's all right. Not necessarily a blush that I would gravitate towards. Like, I'm definitely more into this contouring shade than I am the blusher, but that's just not really, my usual color. But it's okay. Like, the product's fine. It's just not my shade. So next, it's time to go in with these highlighters. I think what I'm going to do to start off with is use this one on this cheek. Then I'm going to dip into the loose highlighter on the other cheek. And because obviously this one is a lot more icy, I'm going to put this one kind of like on my brow bone and stuff. So let's take some of that. This one, by the way, is called 90210. Let's see what you can do. I'm sorry, why? My friend was there like, yeah, the highlighters aren't that intense. Like, excuse me? She must be blind or something, because that looks pretty intense to me. I don't know about you guys. God damn it, Kylie. Right, so next, before I slather my entire face with that one, I'm going to go in with the loose highlighter quickly, which I think is a similar shade to what was in that palette. This is in the shade Santorini. So it's that kind of shade. Let me just do a little swatch. Oh, bloody hell. I never use loose highlighters, so I'm a little bit scared. Let me see. Oh, for goodness sake, that is... What the hell is that? That is... I'm saying what the hell is that in a good way. That disappears as well. That's full on like glazed donut territory. I'm looking like a freaking Krispy Kreme right now. This whole time, I've been seeing people on Instagram like promoting their highlighters and liquid lipsticks. Obviously, we haven't gotten onto that bit yet. But like from the highlighters alone, I'm like, oh shit, maybe this actually is decent stuff. I can't stop looking at that. That's actually... What? Like this one does look a bit more powdery. I can kind of see a little bit of texture. But this is just like sunk into my skin. Oh my God. That over... Bloody hell. Alright, so I'm just dusting off my brush on my leggings, because I'm a professional. And now I'm going to go in with that lighter shade here, just on like the top of my face. See what this is like. I feel like that's maybe better for like on my chin, because sometimes I do want to highlight my chin, but sometimes I don't want like this on my chin, because it can just look like I'm sweating a little bit. Okay, if you layer it, it gets a bit more intense, but ooh, that looks like yellow gold. But it doesn't look yellow gold in the pan. It just looks like icy. That one's okay. I'm not as much of a fan of that one, not gonna lie, but this is nice and the contour's nice. So this side I could do without the blusher and the highlighter. They're nice, there's nothing really wrong with them, but I'm not overly into it. But the contour and the more like rose goldy, I'm trying to not reflect it on you guys, rose goldy kind of highlighter, They are really, really nice. But I'm actually going to blot that down a bit because it is a bit gold for me. But like on the skin, when you hit it once, looks good. Twice, it's a little bit too much, says the girl with white cheekbones. And then take just a little bit just on tip of my nose. Just tip off my... Aww. I'm going to be honest with you guys as well. I kind of didn't really want to be one of those people that really liked Kylie Jenner makeup. I mean, I know it's still early days. I've still got the eyeshadow palette to try it, and I've still got the liquid lipstick. But so far, I'm a fan. I am a really big fan. And I didn't want to be one of those people because I know a lot of people only think YouTubers ever say nice things about Kylie Jenner makeup because they either want to be on the PR list or they want to stay on the PR list. You guys know me, PR list or not, I'm going to be straight up with you, but this shit is good. This shit is good. So next, we'll move on to the eyeshadow palette. Like I said, this is the Blue Honey palette, and I haven't really seen too many people talk about this. I feel like I've seen everyone talk about the Burgundy palette, the Bronze palette, the other Bronze palette, but I never really see too many people talking about this one. So let's give a few swatches. I want to take this guy down here, very pigmented, and this shimmer. Ooh, pretty. I might actually do that all over my eye, like all over my lid. Would appreciate a mirror in the palette, but it's not a massive deal. So first of all, what I'm going to do is just take a fluffy brush and just go in with this kind of pale pink lid shade. Just going to put that all over my lid to start with. Okay, it does have a bit of pigment to it. I mean, it's very, very similar colour to my actual eyelids, just more of like a pink tone, but you definitely can see it. Then, same brush, I'm going to go in with this shade here. A little tiny bit of kickback, but nothing major. Pop that in my lid. That one's quite subtle. I am having to build it up a bit more. Yeah, that one's not overly pigmented. It's my fourth time going in with it now. That looks nice. So far it's blended out nicely, but I did have to go in 5 times just to get it to look like that. Then I think I'll go in with this shade down here. Same brush, I did just dust it off. And I'm going to focus that on the outer corner and also kind of work it into my crease. Then I think I'm going to take this flat brush and I'm going to go in with that matte greeny shade. Okay, that looks pretty decent. You can see it there. And I'm going to pat that all over. Ooh, that looks good. This is a nice colour. It didn't really look that interesting in the palette, but looking at it now, I'm like, actually, I can get on board with that. I'm then going to take the same brush that I did just dust off, and I'm going to go in with that shimmery shade there that I want to chuck all over my lid, because I think that'll look sick. So I'm also going to put that slightly more into the inner corner. And I just want to see how it kind of layers up on its own, but also on top of that base. Okay, we're getting a little bit of fallout, but nothing too crazy. I might actually even try spraying my brush a little bit. And we'll just try it like that. See what that can do. Just like that. Love that colour. Uh-oh. Fallout stained my face. So then just to try out another shade, I think I might also go in with this gold. Let's give it a little swatch. Ooh, that looks pretty. That literally does look like honey. So can see where she got the name from there. And I'm going to pop that a little bit on my inner corner. I'm not like blown away by these eyeshadows. I'm not really having any issues with them. Like they're blending out fine and everything like that. But I saw loads of people that were like so in love with the Kylie palettes. Like I like it. I'm not looking at it like this is the best eyeshadow palette I've tried. I mean, the shadows are nice. They're pigmented enough. The only one I had issues with was this guy up here, but just layer it on a few times and it looks good. The other shadows are really pigmented, both the mattes and the shimmers. So I'm happy about that. There's not really too much fallout either. But yeah, like overall, I'm pretty happy with them. I'm taking a risk here, people. I'm going to try and go back over this with my concealer. Oh my God, I'm actually looking at my nose now. And there is so much fallout on my face. How did I not see that a second ago? All right, guys, so you know the drill. I'm just going to go ahead, go off camera, do the other eye and chuck on some lashes, and I will check back with you for the lips. All right, eyes are all done. Now it's time to finally, after God knows how many years, finally try out one of the Kylie Jenner lip kits. So this is the matte liquid lipstick and lip liner kit in the shade Exposed. It's a nude because I thought, you know what, if you're going to try a Kylie Jenner lip kit, then you got to get a nude. So Okay, this looks a lot more peachy than I thought it was going to be, actually. Like, in comparison to the box. Yeah, it looks a lot more peachy. So let me see what this liner is all about. Do a little swatch there. Okay, nice and creamy, nice colour. And then we'll try this guy. Oh, they smell great. They smell like, just like vanilla. I think actually the lip liner is a little bit lighter maybe than the liquid lipstick. Maybe. So we're just going to go straight in. I have just blotted down my lips with a little bit of foundation. Gonna line my lips. They're very creamy and very pigmented, which is good. Remember when everyone thought that Kylie Jenner just made her lips look bigger by using lip liner? Lol. Ooh, that's actually a really nice colour. So now we're going to give this guy a go. So it's the liquid lipstick. These do smell really freaking good. They're very thin in consistency, which I quite like. Okay, the liquid lipstick is a little bit more peachy. I do prefer the colour of the lip liner, in all honesty. That's kind of what I wanted more from this liquid lipstick. But the colour is still nice. It's definitely something I'll wear. Ooh, it dries down quite quickly. Okay, whoa, these are very, very matte. And I can feel them on my lips a little bit. The formula is very, very thin, so I can't feel it too much. But I can feel like how matte they are. Like just pressing my lips together, they are very kind of like powdery feeling almost. I know there's a lot of conspiracy about whether or not Kylie Cosmetics is made in the Colourpop factory. So in terms of how these feel in comparison to Colourpop, they are suspiciously very, very similar. I'm not gonna lie. But I mean, I really like Colourpop liquid lipstick, so I'm not mad about that. Obviously you are paying a premium because it does have Kylie's name on it. But as far as the product, I do really like it. So you guys, let me know what you think of this look in the comment section down below. Let me know if you've ever tried out any Kylie makeup before and let me know your thoughts. If you enjoyed this video, you guys know the drill by now. Please do give it a big thumbs up because that really does help me out a lot. And if you also want to chat to me, then make sure you follow me over on Instagram and Twitter. I do a lot of group chats on Twitter and I also do a lot of Instagram live. So make sure you follow me over there. Also subscribe to my channel if you do want to see more of me because I upload all the damn time. But apart from that, that is it from me. I love you guys and I will see you in the next one. Bye.